Hello and welcome back to my channel where I show off more movies that I've bought. Let's talk about them. Alright, so we got a Monster Squad on the 4K. I mentioned this in the next one a couple weeks ago when I was doing my Amazon not selling Blu-rays anymore. I mean, it was meant to be in Australia, but you know, clickbait for clickbait. Still, it also brings the question of, is it stopping for other countries or not? It's not stopping in Australia. There's like less stock for certain things. Either way, I benefited from getting this one and the next one for very good prices. I think this one was about $40 to $50, which I was happy enough with because, you know, you get the sleeve. If you look at the special features, you get the Wolfman's Got Nards doco, plus the other behind-the-scenes doco, Monster Squad Forever, which I'm very interested to watch that one. I haven't actually watched it yet. I've only watched Wolfman's Got Nards and Monster Squad. I rewatched this the other night. It actually has alternate artwork as well, so that's really cool. I like when they do that. They don't do it very often, but Scream Factory... Kino, sorry. This is Kino. You'd think this would be Scream Factory of all people, but I love the transfer. It has Wolfman's Got Nards Region A, the Monster Squad Blu-ray Region A, and the 4K is Region 3 with Dolby Vision. And again, like I said, reversible artwork. But yeah, I rewatched it because I was in the mood. I was like, yeah, I can watch me some Monster Squad. It's only 82 minutes, which is probably a bit too short. But I still really enjoyed it. I really like the Wolfman's Got Nards. I'd never seen it before. I actually rated that higher than I did for Monster Squad, which is kind of amusing to me that I really like Monster Squad as a movie. I don't love it. I'm not the huge fan that like the Wolfman's Got Nards doco is talking about. But still, I enjoy the film, you know. I saw it in cinema a couple of years back. It was my first time watching it. I enjoyed it. I think it was my first time watching The Creature from Black Lagoon in the cinema to some degree because I don't think I'd ever seen The Creature before. I'd seen any of the films, so before I watched it. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of funny about that, but yeah, it's still a fun film. It's partially dated, but you know, it is what it is. It's good stuff. And Wolfman's Got Nards is a really interesting doco. It's one of those ones that's like a lot of the people in it are like, yeah, this Monster Squad is the best movie ever made. And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, it's not, but I get where you're coming from. You know, one of them was saying how one of the people they interviewed said for them it's their version of Rocky Horror, and I'm like, yeah, see, that's where the angle should be at. Like for these people, for these fans, it's their, you know, Citizen Kane kind of deal. You know, like I've got Blade Runner 2049, they've got Monster Squad. It is what it is. I know Blade Runner 2049. That's just my favorite film. I don't know. I just love it. That or Scott Pilgrim, you know, or Swiss Army Man. Next up, we have Saw X, which I ended up importing the US release because it came with the slipcover, which is embossed, which just looked so fun. I do like the curvedness to it. I really do appreciate that. You know, I'm not always the biggest stickler for slipcovers, but again, if you get alternate artwork or some fancy stuff like the embossing, I'm down. And in Australia, you don't get a 4K, you only get the Blu-ray, and this was I think it was 35. I got it for like 32 because it was like 6% off if I got it with Monster Squad. So, hence Monster Squad was, I think it was $86 for the whole bundle. So I think Monster Squad was like $45, $50. Either way, this was about 32 and I was really happy about that. Maybe it was 32. I don't know, who cares? I think I'm thinking of a different price. But yeah, standard artwork on the inside, you know, regular jam. 4K Blu-ray is nice. The artwork doesn't really... I gotta kind of fix it because it's not really aligned properly. I don't know. But it's got the slipcover, so I don't really mind. I know I have all the rest of the films in that big Bear Trap set from Imprint. Also, if anyone wants the digital copy of the film, there you go. I don't do digital copies, so whoever wants it, it's going in the bin on my end. But yeah, you know, you get your disc artwork. I wouldn't say it's nothing special. I don't like the fact that it's hard to figure out which disc is which. Obviously, this is the 4K because it says 4K, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. It is a interesting image, to say the least. Yeah, if you want a closer shot up looking at that, it's a very interesting image. But yeah, still, fantastic film. I'm happy I got it for the $30 odd, especially because, you know, it was basically the same price as the Australian Blu-ray, and instead I get a 4K in it, easy peasy, and a nice sleeve. You don't get that in the Australian edition. I can't believe they didn't release it on 4K in Australia. What a bunch of bastards. Anyway, I got in from eBay, Mr. Nice Guy, because I saw a clip of him. I saw the trailer for it. Someone I follow, I think it was Ben Mankler, was tweeting about it, saying how he was watching a film in the cinema and they played the trailer for this, and the song that plays in the trailer is hilarious. Like, you wouldn't expect it. But then I saw a clip in it where I'm like, oh, is that the one where he fights the people in that... Like, I've been trying to find the Jackie Chan movie where he fights these people with, like, sticks and stuff. I don't know, but they're, like, in a warehouse. I remember seeing it in one of those video essays, the One Perfect Shot, or whoever it was that used to do amazing video essays and just doesn't exist anymore. I know his name was Tony. I don't remember what his actual channel name was called, but still, he did great videos, and he did one on a bunch of a Jackie Chan film in particular. I think it was on a bunch of them, but yeah, it's the Warner Archive one. I believe it's all regions. It is the extended original cut, which is always a plus. This new Blu-ray presentation of Mr. Nice Guy contains 2 different versions of the movie. The main feature presentation is the extended original cut, aka the Golden Harvest version, which obviously I'd watch. With 10 minutes of additional footage reinserted, it has been newly remastered and restored, especially for this release of a 4K scan from the original camera negative. Also included the special features is the new line version of the feature, reflecting the many changes of the film, both in terms of footage and different audio mix. That's insane that this is all on one disc. Both movies, but it doesn't have any other special features, or at least it doesn't stipulate any other special features. So if it's trying to say, like, oh, the only special feature is probably a trailer and the other film. So still, I got a huge Jackie Chan collection, so this is a good addition to my set. I also bought Unstoppable because they had this one guy had 4 Blu-rays. He had Terminator 2 as well, the Skynet edition, which I bought for a friend who's actually editing some of my videos, because he was streaming it and it was the 4K UHD, remaster, and I'm like, I'll get you the better version, and it was $10 for T2, and for these 4 that I'm about to show, including Mr. Nice Guy and these next 2, it was like $50 in total. I think I had a $50 voucher as well, so I was pretty happy with it. But yeah, I got Unstoppable. I don't even know if I had a DVD of this. Classic Tony Scott film. I believe it was his final film before he passed. But it does come with a slew of special features as well in the top corner there, if it'll focus. So that's pretty cool. And of course, it does come with a digital code. I don't know if these work anymore, given that it's been... I don't know. Look, I got it from a reseller, so if that code doesn't work for anyone, then don't worry about it. I don't know. It comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD. So, and a BD50 for the Blu-ray. So, yes, the other one I got was Deja Vu, because, again, Tony Scott. And, I don't know, I started the year by watching... One of the first films I watched was Man on Fire, which I really liked. So, they got a bunch... Obviously, it's got the shittier artwork. I think this is one of the older releases from, like, 2007 or 8 or something. But, still, it says it has a movie showcase, surveillance window, deleted scenes, and extended scenes. So, some special features. But I got them all from a guy, a subscriber of mine suggested, actually, on eBay. He was selling a bunch of stuff. He had, Mitch, if you remember the guy I was talking to you about, he had Barbarella, but like the original artwork for like $130 odd, and you had picked it up. So a subscriber of mine who I met up with said that he actually met up with the guy because he lives close by. But yeah, I just got these all on eBay from him, with free postage, and it came in like 3 days, which is great. That was over a weekend as well, so yeah, I'll just cut to whatever Amazon stuff I get in so I can get this footage over and done with. Hello, we're back. It's another week. Do I always wear the same shirts? Maybe. Quite a pile in, as well as new mail that just came in today. So, stuff from Cinemaniacs, which is mostly Arrow Video stuff. Let's look at the stuff I have opened. I got this from Play Music DVD. It is the Red Queen Kills 7 Times, which is another of those giallos I keep hearing about. I did actually reverse the artwork because, of course, I don't mind the new artwork, but I do like the original. Most of the time, especially if it's got the English name, I will change the artwork around. You know, why not? So that'll be one that I will be watching in my Bluray, which is actually happening right now. I'm going to watch that in like a couple of days. I got this from the Cinemaniacs. It was basically, they had a thing on like, oh, if you buy something from the website, we'll give you 2 free tickets to see Fright Night. And of course, like I'm not going to take that up, look at my recommend. So I got 2 tickets for Fright Night, got to introduce it to my girlfriend. She hadn't seen it before, my favorite vampire film. So I got a Sergio Martino collection, and you might notice it's missing a film. It's meant to have 3, and you might be like, oh my god, did they screw you over? No, I gave the 3rd one to a friend of mine who happened to be there. I say happened to, but she actually works there, not the Astor at the Cinemaniacs. It's the Suspicious Death of a Minor, which is the 3rd one there, because I already have it. It's in my Giallo Essentials selection, which is really annoying in a way. These are, of course, a lot slimmer, and I did just watch this one last night, the Case of the Scorpion's Tail. The Case of the Scorpion's Tail. It's the Sergio Martino. I say Sergio... They're all Sergio Martino. So that's one. It's a pretty... Like, they don't have individual barcodes, which is a bit meh. But this is, your vice is a locked room and only I have the key, which has some really good reversible artwork. It's actually Region A and Region B, so I want to flip the artwork for this around. It kind of helped me to fill out more of the quota of getting all these 29 Giallos in, because of course I actually determined my list well after I started watching them, and I realized I technically don't have 29, well, I don't have 29 that I haven't watched before, because a bunch of the ones I am rewatching is like some Fulci, some Bava, and some Argento, but also a lot of other people's works, including, of course, some Martino's, which this will be the 4th one of his that I've watched when I eventually get around to watching it in a couple of days' time. I say in a couple of days' time because I'm basically the first half of my month. You'll see when I do my video on it. The first half of my month was the Giallo Essentials sets. The second half of the month is like all the rest of the Giallos I want to cover in chronological order of release, which I probably should have done from the get-go, but I kind of like the back and forth. It's interesting, to say the least. So yeah, the Martino collection is really nice. Some great films in there. I did like the Scorpion's Tail one. I didn't love it, but I think it's because it's an earlier Martino. I'm already used to his style, so I'm like, I kind of expected a bit more from it, but I do like, I haven't seen Vice yet, but I did like the Death of a Minor and Torso he also did, which is both 2 really fun Giallos, so I gave Death of a Minor to my friends. Yeah, I know, it begs the question, do I take the small one out of the Martino case, or do I take the bigger one out of the Giallo Essentials case? And honestly, I just went with the Martino one, because, I don't know, flimsy, small cardboard, I don't really care much for it. I can put the small cases on the shelf. I think, I don't know, I gotta live with that now, so who really cares? They get a free movie. I got Bride of Chucky because Amazon had a sale on a random selection of films, so the next few ones were pretty cheap. This was $35. The sleeve is a little bit on the dirty side, but you know, you still get your 4K, no reversible artwork, and 4K and Blu-ray disc. I do have, as you might know, I already have the trilogy from Scream Factory. This was the only other one I wanted to get on 4K. I already have the British box set that came out a number of years ago, which had all of them, including Curse and Cult and Seed, and I'm like, I don't have any interest to rewatch those, nor to buy an upgraded version. Maybe if I could get them for really, really cheap. Like, this one being $35 is a bargain, because it's already a good film. Like, it's probably my second favorite of the series next to Child's Play 2, and it's probably the best of the series, unless maybe Child's Play 1, I don't know, it's an up and down. But, you know, you still get the new 4K remaster for 2023, as well as audio commentary with the director, and an audio commentary with 2 of the actors and Don Mancini as well. And the second disc comes with all the same stuff, plus a Bride of Chucky spotlight on location. So, not the best in terms of special features. I mean, 2 commentary tracks is nice. I like that it's all on the 4K, so there's that, and it's still in the slim with the sleeve and everything, so it will match the rest of my set, even though the image is actually very different. I mean, it's a bigger font on the spine, so it's still slightly different to the original 3 sleeves. So yes, the other one I got was Deja Vu, because again, Tony Scott. And I don't know, I started the year by watching, one of the first films I watched was Man of Fire, which I really liked. So, you know, they got a bunch, obviously it's got the shittier artwork, but I don't really care. I just wanted to get it. So I got Femme Fatale. This one was also $30 odd. This is another Scream Factory release. It's a Brian De Palma film. I didn't have it originally, so I figured I'd buy it. Just comes with an interior artwork, which seems to be some kind of a lap dance scene or something. And of course, you get a slew of special features, including one new special feature, and the rest are like archival. So, what is it? Interview with an actor and an edit with the editor, and then a featurette, and a trailer. So probably not a bad selection of stuff, and decent enough, probably original theatrical artwork. So curious. Never hurts to add more to my De Palma collection, that's for sure. I did debate getting Carrie on 4K. I was debating the Scream Factory, and then of course Arrow had theirs come out, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to debate that. But honestly, I don't really know if I need to get it. Like, I don't need the limited. I probably should get the limited edition, because at least I get the extra booklet and the poster. But I'm pretty content with the standard Arrow video version I already have. The 4K looks stunning. It's the exact same special features. I don't really need the extra upgrade. I'm pretty sure if I, like, that's why I debated the Scream Factory release, because it's like, oh, well, that's still a 4K, but does it have different special features? And it just has, like, less special features. It doesn't have much in contrast, so I'm like, I'm probably better off, like, it's probably got a different commentary, but I'm like, I'm probably better off with the one I've already got, because I already like the commentary. It's got Lee Gambin, and I think Alexandra Nicholas. It was really fun, so it's like, you know, and it's a great transfer. A UHD disc with Dolby Vision would be really nice, but I'm like, I can wait, you know, for a standard release to come out kind of deal. Also got this, which is the Warner Archive Hitchcock collection, which this one was also pretty good. This was like maybe $50-$60. And, you know, comes with 4 films. Suspicion, The Wrong Man, Darling for Murder in 2D and 3D, which was the one I really wanted to get. And I confess, I do plan to, if I want to watch it in 3D, which I have actually, saw it in cinema back a couple years back. I've got the VR headset for the PlayStation, so I could use that. They all have disc artwork as well, which is nice. They're all region discs. I like the Darling for Murder artwork. I don't know if it focuses, but yeah. And it does stipulate it's a 3D Blu-ray. And The Wrong Man as well. Yeah, I didn't have any of these. I think we might have had Suspicion on DVD, and Darling for Murder we've had on DVD, but the others we didn't have, so I'm benefiting from this largely because I get 4 whole Hitchcocks. And the last of that line from Amazon is this. Arsenic and Old Lace. This is one of the criterions that when Amazon had their whole purge, this vanished, but then it came back, and then it was part of, you know, with these ones, like, oh, if you buy one, you get like 6% off, whatever, so I grabbed the handful. But yeah, I really loved this when I saw it on the Criterion channel last year, and this is the new 4K restoration, including the booklet, which is really nice. So, you know, standard Criterion stuff. Really fun Cary Grant film to watch. Arguably on Halloween, just during the Halloween period is the perfect time to watch it. I didn't really expect him to be in like it's not a horror film, but it is set on Halloween, and it has horror elements to it, but it's mostly just this comedy, and it's very funny. Very fast paced, very quick, very witty, love it. And the Criterion scan is delicious, so, you know. This is an odd one. I was, after going to the Cinemaniacs for Fright Night, I went to my mate's place afterwards to actually borrow a couple films. Initially it was just Basket Case, but then I ended up borrowing about 8 more films. I think it was 10 in total. So that's fun. And I actually did watch Basket Case. I've ordered the Steelbook from Second Sight, or just the Second Sight out-of-print Steelbook, so I can get all 3 with the documentary. That'll be next week's whatever mail video I have. However, they had gotten recently some replacement discs because they had ordered some 88 films 4Ks from Cinemaniacs, and they got this. This is obviously a DVD case, thin though, and it comes with 2 replacement discs for Hell of the Living Dead, the 4K and the Blu-ray. They didn't actually know what the problem was, because they don't have a 4K player, but they have a Blu-ray player, so they watched the Blu-ray version of it, which actually, to my knowledge, it does actually come with different artwork, and the new discs, the 88 Films logo is in red, so I know that this happened months ago, but if you have that, then yeah, the 88 Films logo is in red for the new discs, and it's got a different artwork for the Blu-ray disc as well, I'm pretty sure. But I figured, they weren't going to use it, so they just gave it to me. I'm like, alright, sure. I gave them Suspicious Death of a Minor. They gave me this. There is no real issue with it, except for, the color grading slightly off, so, the blood looks purple. I did take a look at one of the videos to explain what the deal was, but to get a, $60, $70 4K, Australian dollar that is, for free, I'm happy with. I know it's not the corrected versions, but at the same time, if I don't like the film, at least I got it for free and on 4K, and I don't have to worry about it. Where do I put it on my shelf? Who fucking knows, dude? But hey, that's great. See, get yourself friends who buy boutique Blu-rays. It's wonderful. I also got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Got this. I have yet to actually fully open it. I did dive into it when I got it, but I haven't actually opened it properly. So I got this is from the Cinemaniacs, but of course the Arrow Video release. This is the original artwork version, which is really nice. It's like what they're doing now, with Blood and Black Lace and a couple other 4K deluxe sets. They've got these sleeves, so it gives you different colorations on the artwork, which is nice. I don't mind it. It's a bit weird. I'm very used to just this as a standard thing, but again, it's instead of a J card, it's no sleeve. So that's interesting. But yeah, so you get all the details there. I think I have their original Blu-ray release, which I don't think was a 4K remaster, but it might have been. But I wanted to get the UHD anyway. I do need to rewatch this. I haven't watched it for a long time. Oh, what's that? Discussing the pod, a panel conversation about Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Invasion Cinema, featuring film critic Kim Newman and filmmakers Ben Wheatley, Kill List, and Free Fire, both of which I actually just borrowed from Phil and Katie, and Norman J. Warren, who directed Satan's Slave. Never heard of it. Look, good selection of special features. Yeah, and again, you got the spine, which has the artwork. It's a little up, which is weird. Can't complain. I mean, it's fine on the sleeve, so that doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter that much, does it? So it has the reversible artwork, which is the artwork I went for on the inside. It's like Barbarella. It's the exact same shtick. And yeah, it's just the 4K disc, so 4K disc and some art cards with characters and whatever from different scenes. I won't show off any others because of potential spoilers. But yeah, so it's got a fun cast. It's a fun movie. It's the only Invasion of the Body Snatchers film I think I've seen. I've got the 50s version from Shock Entertainment, and I've got the 90s version, I think it's just called Body Snatchers from Warner Archive. I think there was another one called Invasion with Nicole Kidman. I haven't got that one. I've seen parts of it, but I've never actually bought it. But yeah, so, and of course there's also that Rodriguez one, The Faculty. So yeah, The Faculty. But yeah, booklet, same as the original artwork. Again, just some essays and other stuff, pictures as well, text, spoilers, questions, text, interviews, that kind of, regular jam and pickles. And of course, if you don't want to change the reversible artwork, you can always just put up the poster or put up the poster. So that's really fun. It's a nice paper poster. Yeah, I don't know. I really do like this poster. The artwork of it is really nice. I just like the original artwork as well, or whatever this alternative artwork is. It's very kind of 50s, kind of inspired, grotesque 70s. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. This was another one that their Cinemaniacs, I probably, if you're keeping up to date with my mail hauls, I had ordered this in December from them, and they were meant to post it to me, but it was there. I guess it's one of those things of like, I just should not order postage from them because it's not worth it, because I can just pick it up at the Cinemaniacs events. So if you buy from their websites and you're in Melbourne, just go to one of their screenings, you know, just ask them ahead of time, hey, do you guys have this in stock? Can I buy it and pick it up at the thing? And then they'll say, yeah, sure, or it can be in stock for next week's. Ideally, if you buy a bundle of stuff, they will have it, but sometimes they will have half and you'll have to come back for the other half, or they can ship out the other half, depends on how it goes. And lucky last, I actually bought this on the night. It's a infinity pool. It came with a steelbook protector, which is really nice. I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't even seen Cronenberg's previous film. This is Brandon Cronenberg, of course. Been getting into his dad's work over the past year and a bit. So I went there. I had $30 in cash. They put the price down to $40 for me, which was nice. It was usual. I think it was going for $50. They had like a 15% off or whatever. So I think it was meant to be like $42 or some shit. But Handy's really nice, so I got it for $40, which basically became $10 because again I got $30 in cash early in that day because of Lunar New Year. So it's great having a Asian girlfriend for different reasons. So I don't know how well conditioned this is. I can't imagine it's the perfect nick. Get a J card. Oh my god. You get 2 J cards. What the fuck? Why is there 2 J cards? I have 2 J cards now. So yeah, it's just one disc, I believe, with all those special features, if it'll focus. Yeah, it comes with 2 J cards. That's really weird. Okay, yeah. Okay. So it's just the neon release uncut disc. I'm not going to take the disc out. I probably could, actually. Don't really want to spoil any artwork for people, just in case, but you know, like in case the artwork has spoilers. But the other one's Possessor. That one I haven't seen yet. But yeah, this is really nice artwork. Yeah, it does have a minor kind of indent on the inside, but that's fine. That's really nice artwork, and I like the cast as well. So I did see the stills, the promotional pictures that they had when they were at like film festivals, and he was like had a leash on. I don't know. Still, two J cards. How about that? So yes, the other one I got was Deja Vu because again, Tony Scott. And I don't know. I started the year by watching one of the first films I watched was Man on Fire, which I really liked. So you know, they got a bunch. Obviously, it's got the shittier artwork. Well, that's the stuff I got in the like in some mail and in the flesh. Ooh, here's some other stuff I got. So this was per suggestion by my mate Guy. Actually said that this next one is the better version of Psycho. It is Peeping Tom. This is the new 4K that came from Studio Canal. Even though I know Criterion's just announced theirs, but I'm gonna go with the goddamn this one anyway. Brand new restoration, vintage classics. This would probably eventually come to Australia, I'd imagine. I don't know if they do that in Australia anymore. Comes with a slew of special features there, with Visions of Voyeurism, Take Me to Your Cinema, The Legacy of Peeping Tom, and Restoring Peeping Tom, plus 2023 trailer, London Easter egg, Eye of the Beholder, intro by Scorsese, interview with Falmouth Schoonmaker, audio commentary by Ian Christie, and behind the scenes still gallery. So it's pretty nice. A nice sleeve. I like the artwork. I didn't care much for the Criterion artwork when they actually unveiled it. It's not bad. It's not as bad as Anatomy of a Fall. How did they screw up the Anatomy of a Fall goddamn artwork? Everyone seems to have screwed it up, I think, except for the Germans. So yeah, these just came in, so I have not opened them yet. But of course, same artwork. There, no reversible artwork. So you get the 4K disc, and you get the Blu-ray disc, which is nice. I like how the artwork is just, it's like this, the faces, but zoomed in, like on the little camera there. And, yeah, a booklet as well, which, is that a booklet with a sleeve as well? A little paper? Yes, it is. It's a Studio Canal little ad. Just go away. outside of a little chip on the book. Yeah, you get an introduction by Scorsese. You get a slew of stuff talking about the film, as well as some extra press stuff and whatever, cast and crew about the restoration. So yeah, apparently it's a really good restoration. I've never seen it, so in layman's terms, pretty goddamn good time for them to actually release this, because I had heard of it recently. I can't remember, like, I know I've been told about it by one of my mates, but yeah, it wasn't until I saw Elliot Cohen's video talking about it that I was like, oh, so there's like a whole shindig with this, I should buy it. It was still like $50 odd on Amazon, which sucked, but it was like, I think it was $52. The only other place in Australia I could have gotten it from was Dead on DVD, but they had sold out and they had it for $50, so I'm like, it is what it is. I'll just go with Amazon, at least I'm getting free postage. While I'm opening the plastic off of this, I did actually get a badge, because I finally met up with Lachlan, the guy who had the one-click for Barbie. You know, Lachlan Reviews. Lachlan, if you've seen the older videos on my channel, he had a Critchinal Black Lagoon pin, which I might show video footage of on the screen, that a guy who I bought it from lived around the corner from him, so he dropped it off there, and I finally got it. It's only been 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, this looks really nice, actually. I finally caved. I bought Spaced. I got it for like less than $20, which is really nice. This is the whole, I think, remastered version or something, the Australian release, which comes with the bonus disc as well. I've never really seen it. I've seen half of the first season, I think. I think it was on Stan or something. I didn't really love it when I was watching it. I don't really think I was connecting a lot with it. That's really cute. But you know, there's a Bring Home the BBC on Blu-ray. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, tells you get season 1, 7 episodes plus the extras, season 2, 7 episodes plus the extras, and disc 3 is more extras, including a documentary, I think. Yeah, feature-length documentary called Skip to the End. Yeah, then you get your 3 discs with artwork, and the artwork is copied underneath the discs, because this is actually a really nicely made and designed set. Oh my god, that's closing on me. I'm sorry. Trying to... Can you see it? Can you see it? See how the artwork is like the disc? Yeah, that's really cute. Yeah, I just bought this from a guy, so that seemed like a pretty easy peasy thing to do, and yeah, that came in really quick. Nice. Good condition. I have no complaints. And last but not least, one of these definitely has a disc loose. Okay, Kindergarten Cop has a disc loose, so I got Point Break and Kindergarten Cop. So let's open up... Oh, Kindergarten Cop's completely sealed. Really hard to get Kindergarten Cop in Australia from Kino. I had to, like, Cinemaniacs did have it on the night. If I had bought it on the night, I would have bought it on the night, but I'd already ordered it with Point Break from these guys. It's still $50 odd, which really sucks. But hey, Kindergarten Cop, a classic. Can't go wrong with some Arnold Schwarzenegger. I should say. Okay, what do we got out? Okay, it's the Blu-ray. Good, it's the Blu-ray that's fallen out. That's always so much better when it's just the Blu-ray that's fallen out. But, you know, standard stuff of the 4K. I don't think there's any reversible artwork. Nope, it's a Kino. Sometimes they do it. Sometimes. But yeah, Kindergarten Cop. I know this is one of those things where it's like, I can... my parents will criticize me for buying movies, and then I'll be like, oh, look at this. I've got Kindergarten Cop. And they'll be like, fuck yeah, Kindergarten Cop. That's a classic. See, Julian does have taste. Because they won't give a shit about Sergio Martino or Peeping Tom. Version of the Body Snatchers my dad likes, so, you know. Comes with audio commentary from film historians Alexander Helen Nicholas and Josh Nelson. I know one of those people. And the other one's with another film historian commentary with Sam Daigan and a theatrical trailer. That's it. Man. Kind of shitty for $55, but at least I got a Blu-ray and a 4K, so yeah, still, I mean, I guess can't go wrong. I know, $55, it sucks. What was it I said about importing and how importing sucks? Anyway, here's a Shout Select. It's Point Break. This one I didn't have on Blu-ray. We've had it on DVD for the longest of times, probably since it was released on DVD in Australia. Did I say DVD before or Blu-ray? Have it on DVD. And yeah, I mean, again, I would have gotten these cheaper from Amazon if the availability was there, but there was not, so I got these from Outrun DVD. You know, another reseller, why not? Importer, exporter. So yeah, standard stuff. These actually have disc artwork, which is really nice. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray. No reversible artwork. That's alright, it's still pretty good art, you know. It's really interesting to see someone like Shout do, you know, this, but I guess Shout Select is more of their non-boutique films, like the films that they know will get the money. So, hey, Point Break on 4K, got my money. It's a really basic spine. It's so all blue and then it says Point Break at the base there. Interesting. Yeah. Special features. New restoration from a 23 4K scan of the inner positive, and then the Blu-ray has additional scenes and 4 featurettes. So, yeah, kind of lacking on the special features front. just some additional scenes and some featurettes on the Blu-ray, and the rest of it is just the 4K scan. No commentary. What's going on? Really hyped for releases. Well, I don't know if this was a really hyped for release, but definitely Kindergarten the Cop was, and it's just got 2 commentary tracks, which sounds a bit like no featurettes, no interviews, nothing. Cool. Alright, well that's it for this week. Next week there will probably be more stuff because, you know, yeah. I will admit, I'm getting a bit tired of editing my videos. I know I'm handing over a good selection of my videos to my mate, who's editing them for me, which is great. Yeah, I love filming, but it's also like trying to find the time to film and then to edit when I'm trying to watch a lot of movies. I think mostly because I'm watching a lot of Giallos this February that it's like, oh my god, I gotta make sure I can find time, and there's so much pressure of it. So, yeah, I'll either go back to doing 2 videos a week, and if I have a third one that I have interest in releasing, like say if this is this weekend, but then I've got like 2 more videos that I'm like, oh, well this was like topical right now, and this one I just want to put out there, I might do that, but I don't know, I don't want to like have like a big channel update video being like, I'm tired of making the content, I'm gonna stop, because it's like, I just did an interview with a director, I've got another interview lined up, I've still got heaps of ideas, come back and forth, they're not all great. So it's like, am I doing quality over quantity or quantity over quality? And I want to watch these fucking movies, so yeah. Anyway, see you next week. I'll have more mail. Next week? Next time? Bye.